Hello, EDU 279. I'm Ashley Connor, your course facilitator, and I'm excited to take you on a quick walkthrough of our course as we kick off today. I want you to feel comfortable navigating our course setup, as this is a fully online class and you'll need to work through the modules on your own independently each week. It's helpful to know what is graded and where you need to focus your attention as you study for this course. We're here on the home screen, and I want you to notice that each week I'll post some announcements that will help you to focus your attention. I'll also be posting on the right toolbar the things that are due and upcoming that you need to check off as you complete. You'll notice that you can check these X's and keep your to-do list nice and clean. Further down, you're going to see our course syllabus, the course calendar with due dates. And if you scroll to the bottom, you'll see the modules listed. We'll look at these modules here in just a second, but further down you'll also find some of the information that you might want to refer back to as our course progresses. Things like my late policy, my attendance, and regrading policies as well. And if you ever need to contact me, here's my contact information. You are welcome to reach out at any time. I usually am pretty quick to get back in touch with you, whether it is day or night, weekday or weekend. Please don't hesitate to reach out with whatever issues you're having. If you want to think through or talk through a concept, I'm more than happy to support your learning in this way. Now let's jump into one of our modules. Let's start with today, day 1, and what you'll need to do. Using the Start Here button or the navigation window, you'll want to complete the required EV quiz first to unlock our course, then jump into the introduction activities. I'm going to use this button here to jump ahead to the introduction. You're going to notice that there is, at the start of every module, an overview, a check sheet for you. And so as you navigate through this page, you'll see the things that we've already done, and then the things that you need to do as part of our introduction tasks. You'll want to post an introduction. You'll also want to respond to 2 of your peers by Monday. Then you're going to complete a course information scavenger hunt with some basic information about EDU 279. You may want to bookmark the standard course of study for easy reference back, and all of this should be done within the next few days before we jump into Module 1. Some students find it useful to use the navigation buttons in the bottom and top right-hand corners. I'm going to click Next to take us to the introduction post so you can see what this looks like. Again, you're going to want to introduce yourself using this reply button and reply to your peers after you post your initial post. The course information scavenger hunt is set up like a quiz. Quizzes in this class will allow for 2 attempts, and the highest attempt will save in the gradebook. I hope this allows you to reflect on any errors or mistakes that you make, correct your learning, and earn the highest possible score. Remember, all of the quizzes will allow you to take 2 attempts. After the introduction tasks are complete, jump into the Module 1. Module 1 begins with an overview. All of our modules will begin in this way. In the overview, you're going to find the general information that we'll be discussing, and then you'll see the required textbook reading. It's essential that you start each module with the required readings from our textbook. Our textbook, Core's Teaching Reading Sourcebook, is hard copy only, and it is required. You must have this textbook. If you have not already purchased it, you need to go ahead and do so. I've included a PDF file of the first few chapters below if you need it. This will be the only week that I can provide the PDF, however. From there, you're going to see the assignments that are due this week. This will be a traditional cadence. You'll have similar assignments each module. I want you to pay careful attention to the due dates and the points that you will earn for completing each task. Note that our course runs for 7 days in each module from Tuesday through Monday night at midnight. So when you see day 7, I'm referring to Monday night at midnight. You'll have your introduction post that we already talked about due on day 3, and on day 7 your peer replies will be due. The course information scavenger hunt will be due on Monday night. The check-in, just a reflection to tell me where you're coming from, is also due on day 7. This is graded as a completion or incomplete task. You'll earn 10 points for simply completing this task. There's no right or wrong answer, and you'll notice that this is true for our learning modules as well. We'll finish up the week with an ed puzzle and then the textbook quiz. You'll see a textbook quiz at the end of each module. This should summarize what you've read about in the textbook and what we've talked more in depth about in our learning activities throughout the week. Allow yourself a bit of extra time. These are weighted heavier and sometimes can include some embedded videos, so they might take an extra minute to complete. Also, I want you to pay careful attention to all of the key terms and concepts that I've included. I highlight things that I think you'll see again if you are going to take the praxis test to get licensure in North Carolina or another teacher licensure test. You will need to be familiar with these terms, so make sure that you look through those terms and concepts and pay careful attention to how we're defining each of these things. I also mentioned that the task-marked learning are allowing you some additional information that our textbook does not provide. A lot of times this is digging a bit deeper or maybe customizing it to what we see locally. For example, in this week 1 module about assessment, I'm talking specifically about what we see here in Pender County, New Hanover County, Brunswick, Onslow County in terms of our assessments. And at the end of these learning modules, you're going to see this button that says complete. All right, you take a quick check-in, I'll hit start the quiz, and then I'll hit complete. I need to complete this activity in order to get those 10 points in the gradebook. And then you can navigate using the Canvas tool to the next slide. All right, I hope this has been helpful to walk through our course and orient you with what is expected and how the gradebook will work. Remember that you can access your grades here on the white right toolbar. You can also contact me if you're having any difficulty using the inbox found on the blue toolbar. I look forward to supporting your learning in this course. Please reach out if there's anything I can do to help.